Clap. Oh, Hangout this on air. We're live. Just bear with me.
And we
Oh,
are live.
hello, everyone. Welcome to Amazing Scale Modelers Across the Pond Hangout number 88. I'm your host, Liam Dillon. Yes, you're right. It's not Jack this week. It's me. Amazing Scale
Thank
Modelers.
God!
It's a good plus.
Thank God!
Shush, hey, shush. Amazing Scale Modelers is a Google Plus and a Facebook community of scale modelers across all scale modeling genres and mediums, which inspires friendships from all around the world. And today in this Hangout, you will find it to be an important source of information about the hobby and see firsthand the scale modeling experience. Joining me today are the unusual suspects to kill time in doing all these things. And if you want to join us, the live chat is open now on the YouTube channel. We hope that you're going to ask some questions. All are welcome. So here we go. It's myself rather than Jack, as I said, presenting today. So, and I hope to do this every 2 weeks from today's date on. So the next one will be the 22nd, and so on forth from there over the summer.
I have a question.
Yes,
Didn't
sir.
we have an across the pond last week?
Yes, and that's why I'm explaining that we've had to change the date slightly. The problem is I can't do next week, Heath. So it's going to have to coordinate from now on to try and coincide with all the other things that are going on in my life.
Yeah.
Such is the life of a retired modeler.
Yeah, well, I feel like a retired modeler, the amount of modeling and getting done. If anyone else is watching and they do want to join in, if you message one of us or myself directly, I will give you the link. Sorry, Phil, if you're trying to get in, I think we've tried to send it to you a couple of times, so hopefully you'll pick up on it and get into the Hangout. Or if anyone else picks up during the Hangout and wants the link, just give us a shout. For anybody that doesn't have their name at the bottom, Google have reintroduced the thing of adding your name on the left-hand side. If you go to the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see the Hangout toolbox has returned. Just so people know who you are if they're watching and don't know.
I don't have it. iPad.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, technology is different on the iPad. But if anyone else, if you're on a PC,
I just lost mine. I tried to find it and it disappeared.
Move your cursor to the left-hand side of the screen.
I did that.
It should reappear, but nope.
There it is.
Oh well, there it is. Just so you can add in who you are and perhaps where you're hailing from. It's a useful one to have. Right. If we get going, I'm trying to keep this till about 2:30 our time if we can. So it's about an hour and a half from now. So if we start, as always, with Bob, who's in the middle of the night where he is, but Bob's always bright and breezy and can tell us what he's up to.
Bob.
Except Bob's sound's not working. You're
Can't hear you, Bob.
very intermittent. Nope, still not there. So
Bob inherited my microphone.
I think he did. Yes. Well, his pie is gone.
Oh no!
Go and try and sort things out. If we move on to Heath, since Heath's so enthusiastic and wants to go for it. What are we up to, Heath?
Gentlemen. Pardon?
What are we up to this week?
Well, I've been busy building my car. I have been building. I've done 2 bits of building. I've built the cockpit and the engine for my Ferrari F430.
Looking good.
And this is the body.
That was that. You painted that with a spray can, didn't you say?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's I'm very pleased. Very pleased with it. I think it's one of my best.
Now, Heath, here's a stupid question. Do they sell a Ferrari red paint, or is that a regular off-the-shelf paint color?
Hang on. I'll answer that question with a very good answer.
I know Ferrari red is a specific color.
What's Ferrari red?
There you go. There you go. I didn't know.
And this one is the Italian red. This is a TS8. So this is the Italian.
Is that what they use? Is that what they used to call it so they don't have to pay Ferrari for the name?
Yeah, but I use this one anyway. This one's a Humbrol.
I was going to say it's a Humbrol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humbrol acrylic spray. Very cheap paint to get, but I use it. And I also did some bit of diorama work. This is like a grid setup for one of my. This is a kind of like a display base for my F1 cars. In fact, actually, what I'll do is I'll get one of my small ones here, and you'll see what I mean. Let's hold that.
Yep.
You see?
Oh, cool. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I've done with that. But besides all that, I've just got to get that finished, and then I'll be building. Where are you, Jill? I'll be building this. A McLaren MP48. This is the last McLaren that Ayrton Senna drove for McLaren in 1993. And this is, now this kit, now you can see it as clear as day, it is a Ford engine. When I bought this, I don't know if I've told this joke, I know Jim knows this joke. Clearly in the instructions it says that there's a Ford engine. When I got this, somebody put Honda badges on it.
What a mistake to make.
So I went and bought another one, and that one has got the correct badges on it. So I'll be able to do the whole team. So, but that's what else is on my? Well, I've got to finish my Jordan. Actually, for those people who haven't seen it, I'll be back.
Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Okay.
Here it comes out quick enough.
I heard
Go
that.
ahead, buddy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're okay now.
Bob's
Bob.
back.
You hear you, Bob?
Now, this is what I've done so far.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still. It's meant to be like. Hang on, where am I? It's going to be like that, like this. But I may have to do something with it. Like I might need to get a nice little nature's sealer to actually get this thing to work to stay. Or I just leave it off. I can just put it back on, put it off, put it on, put it
Or
off.
you could put a couple of little magnets in it.
Yeah, could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue that I'm having with this little baby here is, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, bloody rear downforce.
That's going to be your. It's your.
They always give you issues.
It's going to be the death of you.
Well, let me put it this way. I managed to do my Lotus 99T downforce. I don't see why I can do that and not do this. It just
Is it a
blows my
part?
mind.
Is it the parts don't fit, or it's just it's not?
No, it's just, well, let's put it this way. In the instructions, it says that this black bit here goes on first. If I can just get it on there.
You should know by now not to read the instructions.
And it's meant to be like that. Well, hang on, wait a minute. Not like this. Is it meant to be like that one? No, it's meant to be like this. That's right. Come on. Come on. See, it's meant to be what?
Right. Wait. I think we're getting an idea of what the issue is.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. It just won't stop.
Oh dear.
Welcome to live scale modeling, folks.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to live scale modeling my eye.
Okay,
let's
how
try
Jordan
this
engineers put that thing together to begin with.
Now it's supposed to be like that. Now it says in instructions to go to put the black on first. Put this bit on. Fair dinkum. Right, okay. Well, it says to have that bit on first. The black bit there.
And then the rest of the superstructure goes on top.
First. Yeah, and then the rest go on top. And there's dents and there's marks in here that actually, oh, hang on a second. I think I just found the issue.
There you go. You can send us a check in the post.
Yeah. Problem solving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite often it happens that way.
Oh, you.
Yeah, it goes on the top.
No, I've been putting it on the wrong way.
Yeah, well, that's what
That'll
instructions
do you.
are for. Instructions will always throw you off. That's the problem. Definitely ignore them in future. I think, Heath, that seems to be the fix.
That seems to be the general consensus.
All else fails.
Are you finding that, we've been at this now for about 4 years with the Hangouts and all the rest of it. Are you finding that your actual modeling abilities have improved a lot? Are you happier with the results? I think we'd all agree in that case. I think we're all the same boat.
I actually find I've actually improved a lot. I mean, never in my life did I did want an airbrush, but then I didn't want an airbrush, and then my 40th birthday comes along, and one of my hobbling mates gives me a compressor and an airbrush, and I'm scared to death to use it. But I found that over the 4 years that I've been involved with you fine gentlemen, I have found that if I need a hand or something like that, most you guys are happy to help.
Yeah.
So,
well, if we can, or sometimes we'll lead you down the wrong path completely.
not many people have done that. Not many people have done that.
That's good. That's good.
That's what we're here for, to help you down the wrong path.
Yeah, but not make a mockery of.
Merciless ridicule.
As if we would ever do that, Heath.
We would never, ever.
Speaking of not making a mockery of anyone. Who will say next?
Who's the next victim?
Fella's just joined us. That's excellent. That's okay. So we have a full house. We have a full set of 10. If we want to go back to Bob, I think Bob's cured his sound problem. What are we up to, Bob? How's building going?
I'm working on a commission build right now. 1971 GTX. No, it will not be this color. It will not be yellow.
It will be.
Nice, Bob.
The seams on them right now, the mold lines on
Is
the body.
it for someone who owned one, or is it representing a?
It's for my auto mechanic. Yeah, they about I keep.
We're losing your sound, starting to break up again. Unfortunately, whatever its issue is.
So it was for my car mechanic, who asked me to build one for him about to go. I can't put him up.
Oh, this is the mechanic who is getting a lot of cash from you for fixing the car.
Actually, no.
Well, that's good.
That was dealer level repair for my above what.
If it's for a mechanic, can you just tell them it'll be ready in 2 weeks and never do it?
Oh, Fury.
Oh.
Okay.
Sherman.
Is that better, Lou?
Fury one.
There's one for Fury, yeah. The Easy 8 Sherman
Oh, nice.
that I'll be doing
Nice.
By itself, or will it have an opponent?
soon. I'm thinking about getting the Tiger tank to go with it.
Right.
But I only build about one tank every 4 years, so who knows?
Yeah. Right. That's good. That's like myself. Yes. Is that you,
About
Bob?
all-
Okay. Speaking of tanks, since just mix things up a bit, rather than go to my Google left or right, we'll just jump across to the tank man. Who, I mean, going by the video I saw of the last hangout, the Sunday night hangout.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's got any room left in that room to build it with all those kits that he got. Hi, Wayne.
Hello. And they haven't locked me up yet, but it's only a matter of time. Can I say, Bob? I'll just say something about that tank that Bob's just shown. Yeah. Hang on, let me just click on your picture. They say where the front sprocket is, where the barrel hole and the holes meet, that join there, you will have a gap there. Just where... I can't find mine at the minute, somewhere.
In that,
Yeah, that's what he's saying, Bob. That one there. Yeah.
In that Italieri kit, there's a problem.
I'm just saying where the spare wheel and the bit of some timber is, there's a bit of a gap seen there. Okay, I just thought let Bob know about that.
Well, that's not uncommon for me to have a kit with issues.
Okay. Okay, I've ordered something for the Star Wars build. It's the Bandai Y-Wing.
Oi!
And I'm getting one of those ATS, the two-legged walker, not the four-legged walker, but I'm going to do like a small endo diorama.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
For it.
I don't know what to myself.
So I've ordered it to them two for my Star Wars build. So.
My question is, Wayne, what's the Y-Wing and the ATST got to do with the indoor seat?
No, the little two-legged walkers on Endor.
Yeah, I know that.
And the Y-Wing's just to build.
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
okay, I got you.
well, they're both relatively cheap, so I've got them for about less than... So I've got two, so... Alright, I'll go through my tanks again for those who didn't miss it the first time round.
No, please don't, Wayne. I saw it the first time.
Well, basically, this is what I'm working on, is the E100, the Trumpeter E100.
That's nice.
Well, that's coming along. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's got those little horrible missing topic monster bits on. So, but I'll just get one of my. Oh yeah, this is my little. This is a Chaffee tank. That's how big it's.
Whoa!
That's a big monster. Yeah.
That's a monster. That's a monster.
That's the kind of size they're going for.
And they're both the same scale. They're both 1/35th.
Yeah, 1/35th. But with that type of tank, you can do any paint scheme, any camouflage scheme you can do on it, and nobody's going to say anything about it.
I noticed the latest, the Weathering magazine. You know, the magazine comes out regularly that covers different techniques and so on.
Yeah.
The latest one is got a whole section on camouflage. There's two of them. There's an aircraft one, which is specifically aircraft. The other one's just for tanks and so on. There's some interesting stuff in that about different camouflage techniques if you can get a hold of it.
Yeah. I found a website. There's a place. There's Book World Wholesalers. That's where I got the two magazines from. They were at Tank Fest. So what I'll do is I post the link on the group page, and then everybody can have a look there. Because they do like mold making magazines, reference materials, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know in both in Birmingham and in London, there's Ian Allen bookshops as well. If you after anything specific, and you can go to one of those, they have a superb selection of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know in Birmingham and in London, there's Ian Allen bookshops. If you after anything specific. If you turn, Jamie, can you turn off your YouTube feed because we're getting feedback from you? I mean, I know
worth hearing. It's worth hearing twice.
Jamie?
YouTube feed, you're going to get any feedback from you.
Turn off your YouTube feed.
It's worth hearing twice.
I
That's one way of doing it.
I was about to do that. I was about to get ejected, and now that's another story. If I have those magazines. If you really are stuck for them, Wayne, let me know, and I'll get you the pages if they're relevant. Sure.
Yeah.
If we go right back to Google's far left here, and Aries has joined us today. Very good. Welcome, Aries.
Hey!
Hey guys.
What are we up to?
Hey, Aries, nice to see you again, old friend.
Yeah. What am I up to? Well, I'm a little all over the board. See, I'll start off. I'll give you something I have finished recently.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Likey.
Nice weathering job.
Yeah, it was a. Somebody challenged me if I could build a model in 24 hours, and I went, okay.
That's a blitz, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a blitz.
I was a little worried.
24 scale.
24 scale blitz. Italy.
Nice.
Original issue.
Aries, if I can just ask a question. What happened to your Porsche 917K? Did that get thrown out, or did you repair that?
Oh, I'm still working on finding a replacement. Decals.
Oy.
So,
Jeez. That was a... What you got there? Ooh.
I'm working on this. GTR.
Oh, Nissan,
That's nice.
Nissan GTR.
Nice
What I decided to do is to customize my decals, something I, so it's anniversary of the Canadian Air Force.
Yeah. Love the Canadian leaf there. That's a Nissan GTR 35, isn't it?
Yep.
Thought so.
Yipper. I thought you'd like that one, Heath.
I love my Skylines, you know that.
Yeah. And I'm in the middle of building a diorama, so it's going to be British and Basra.
Ooh.
Challenger.
What
Like
scale is
Valley
that
View.
tank?
My guitar wires for the antenna. And it will be sitting in front of this building with this tiny little thing.
Oh.
The Snap Land Rover.
Little
With a
Jaguar.
50,
A Rover. Yeah.
Yeah, the Snap.
with a 50 cal on the top.
Oh yeah, it's got a 50 in the top. It's got a 30 in the passenger seat and a couple of oh, it's got everything.
What scale is that tank, Aries?
135.
Oh, that's big. That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
That is big.
Have you done dioramas before, or is it?
Nope.
Like chain, right?
I'm totally going off the grid on this. I'm even went and got the master box figures, and I'm going to be building these guys.
Gee, small enough for you?
Nope. No. I figure I could. But those come with full machine guns and packs and everything, and I'm like, okay.
By the way, love the Winfield Racing poster in the background there, Aries. Jacques Villeneuve. Love it.
Oh yeah.
That everything at the minute, Aries?
Hmm?
Is that everything at the minute? Yep.
Oh well. If you want to see a tank.
Oh yeah, no, please go. Wayne will be happy.
What? Here you go, buddy.
Oh,
Ukraine T-84.
Yeah, Ukrainian T-84 MBT. Oh,
Yeah.
Big sucker. Big sucker.
I figured that one's got a less part count than the old T90 that Trumpeter made.
Yeah.
That half. I think that's about. I've seen this part count. It's these are 500 piece.
Oh, it's over 7. It's like 790 or something like that.
Yeah, because that's you have to build all the tracks individually. You have to put the middle guy sprocket in.
Yep.
In each track.
I have the T90 and I got all the sprockets done. And I was like, oh, this is great. And then I started putting the turret together, and that one's got so much photo etch on it. I said, you know what?
Since Louis showing his Challenger 2, I'll show him mine.
There you go. What do you got?
Challenger 2, the same kit you built.
Awesome.
And mine's a bit more battered up.
That's a big kit. I'm sorry, that's a big kit.
It's a big tank, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I haven't actually seen one of those tanks. So.
How does that compare in size to the paper tank, the German one that you're building, Wayne?
I have to do I'll do a comparison picture later. For that
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
I'm just hoping to do. I'm hoping to do. Somebody will do a upgrade kit for the Challenger 2 to do the Megatron one.
Oh yeah.
Because
they'll make us use the trumpeter kit for that.
Yeah. I was saying. No, they actually have called it Megatron. They actually got the Decepticon decals on everything on that.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful in the back there with all the antenna array and.
I think there's one company that does it. It's Cromwell Models, and it's like £75 for the whole kit.
Right. You think they're cashing in just on the whole Transformers thing to try and make a?
No, I think it's been around for a while, but I think it's just that it's the only company that does it, and I think they're just trying to cash in, not on the Transformers, but I think the British Army did call it Megatron for some reason. I'm not sure.
Right. Gotta be careful with copyright.
Yeah.
Not if you're the British Army.
Hi, James. What are we up to? Have you progressed on the?
The only thing I haven't done a lot this week. I've been trying to enjoy the nice weather so far, and
it won't last.
It won't last.
No, it won't last.
Quiet, Liam. We got 4 days in a row.
Well, I've been
sunny here today as well, which is unusual, but there we go.
Yeah,
we're having our summer today.
We got really hot there the other day, and it's. Well, I'm doing some more work on the landing gear, trying to figure out the first one. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much what I had done last Sunday, that far. And getting it assembled and figure out the puzzle to get that done. And this is basically where I'm at today with it. I finally figured it all out. But it's really been like a jigsaw puzzle.
Is that not standard for paper modeling?
Yeah, yeah, it is. All you end up with is all I've got for this is I have instructions, but they don't really describe the assembly very well. And other than that, I've just got a completed image for reference, and then I have to go back to actual images of the Falcon 9 to fill in the gaps.
And is there much reference material available? I assume there is.
There's not a lot.
No?
Not a lot. You know, you have to go on what pictures have been taken. You know, it seems like all the pictures that are out there have all usually have been taken at a distance. There's no real close-up stuff online yet. I don't know whether SpaceX is just keeping it all
that's
on hand right now.
Perhaps it's all CGI and they don't want anyone up close realizing.
I'll say there hasn't been one at a show or a airfield visit where you can get up close to it.
No, not yet.
Just proves the point, Lou.
Yeah. Vaporware.
Oh, I'm sure once it goes into full production, I suppose it isn't production already, but I'm sure it'll start to appear more.
They haven't really shown too much on it. I mean, the last launch the other day was just a straight launch. There was no landing.
Mm-hmm. What size will that be when it's finished? See it on your right hand side there. I mean, that's just the first stage, or
This is all the first stage, but that'll give you an idea of the size of it.
Still say it's a bong.
That's all the first stage.
It is odd to look at, when you think of a rocket having, always. I know the payload goes on the top, but this looks strange. But
it looks odd just looking at that with nothing on top of it.
Are you putting anything on it, or is it just going to be?
No. It's landing. It's gonna. The base is gonna have an image of the landing spot at
right
at Cape Canaveral, and it's going to be down like that. So there's going to be no second stage.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, or is that okay for
That's where I'm at right now.
Well, if we move
Hopefully
on,
I'll get some more work done this week. But
to your Google right, which will be Jamie Shaner. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Liam. Sorry I'm a bit late, lads.
No, you're fine. You
worked nights last night, so it's like this is my morning. Yeah, I've been quite busy actually. Just got a bargain off eBay, which is unusual. I've got the split set between the new and old Enterprises.
The Revell one.
Yeah, usually kicking out for about 30 quid. I got it for $9.99, which is not bad.
Very good.
One for the stash. Got an update on the Voyager. I've now done all the windows, which they don't look too bad actually. I'll show you this. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've used what's name in the windows, and then I've used some sheet plastic on the back that's been frosted for the bigger windows.
Right.
It's quite a good
Nicely.
Yeah, where's that one? Oh, there you go.
That's with the photo edge as well, yeah.
Yeah, that's with the photo edging too. And on the front, I took John's little tip about putting on the little bits of extras, so I put all the extras in. This part is the photo edge, but I didn't want to. Everybody seems to show the photo edge. I didn't want to paint it to what the colours are on the model, so
yeah.
But I thought it gives a better it's better than the kit part, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's what I did there. At the moment, I'm putting fibre optics in these, and then I'm going to colour the tips. So when that lights up, you'll see them in different colours. So just make it a little bit different. John Petrie did me a unit for the flashes, and he sent me some SMDs because I asked him to. But it's I've got that. I'll show you that now. Give me a second.
Speaking of SMDs, I noticed that the Chinese market have finally realised that there is a market for people wanting pre-wired SMDs. I've got several different suppliers now and crazily low prices.
Oh, nice.
So that's the top flashes.
Uh-huh.
And then if I put these two in, you'll be able to see what I've done.
Is it a program board or just a 555 timer circuit or something?
No, it's a little. I'll show you in a minute, Liam, what he did, mate. It works well. It does the job what I need. John's really coming on with his putting stuff together for people, so it's quite handy. And he's a lot cheaper than buying SMDs from abroad. So there you got the flashes.
I must post the link for the places I've found. You'd be surprised how cheap they've got.
So you got the red and green there.
Yeah.
You got the two
thrusters
there, and then you've got the.
That's your main relay.
Yeah.
Now, do you see how? Have you noticed how that's not really blinding on the camera?
Right.
Most people, when they do that, I think it's kind of like you look at the front of the Voyager when it's in the dark. It's like, blimey, that's bright. Well, all I did was just put an extra resistor on it, just turn it down.
Makes sense.
So it gives that, you can see it, and then it'll light up the.
It'll cover it up.
You can still see the windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that was just trial and error, and it kind of worked. That unit, Liam, that you're on about.
Just curiosity, yeah.
Is this?
Something, and well, that's an unusual way to do it.
Yeah, that's all it does. It just does that flashing for all the flashes.
I was expecting to see a board of some kind.
No, it's just a simple contraption he's made for me.
Excellent.
One end's a power, one end's you just attach all the LEDs to.
Nice one.
Nice and simple. This is the bottom bit. So, and then I've done all the bottom flasher, and I've done all the lit that up, and I've got those two red as well.
The torpedoes.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll. Or maybe I can show you. Give me a sec.
With care.
Watch what, Leo?
With care.
I didn't catch that.
Take it. Do it with care. Be careful.
Yeah. Oh, bloody accent.
I don't want you blaming us for blowing up on live show.
No. I've learned my lesson from the toss.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've I also brought some of that new 8 lead wrapping wire, because that was the reason I brought that, because I've got so many circuits going into the new toss. I wanted more than just to be black and red.
Yeah.
So I can distinguish where I am, where I'm going wrong.
Yeah.
There's not enough power in this to light the dish, but it'll give you the.
Yeah.
Because obviously I've got those two going on the same circuit, but there's not enough power in this to.
Is that on the dish is a 9-volt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just be careful. You don't want to feed 9 into the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Nice one. Both David and Phil Lewis both saying nice job on the Voyager. So I'm just looking at the comments on the live chat.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. I am doing more postings on the build, so it's slowly getting there faster and faster. I'm going to actually complete this before I move on to the toss again. But regarding the toss, the kit itself was amazing bargain. I mean, if you take away the postage, it came to £129, which was like, what a bargain to get that. Find that
in the UK or from the States?
This from Germany.
Right. I know. Is it Randall? I think it's Jumbly's models. You're doing it for 155, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which is still. Jumbly's models is one of the people we get some stuff from. They do have very, very reasonable prices.
No, this is from a German company.
Yeah, I know. It's just to get somewhere.
Yeah. He wanted 169 euros for it, but it was under offer, and I've just bartered with him, and he eventually come down to 129 plus £17 something for postage, which I thought it was a fair price. So,
Mark Dunmore's just commented he saw smoke coming out of the Voyager, so you better check it. Okay, is that you for the moment?
That's me for the moment, Liam. Yeah, I'm getting.
Wait, move on to our illustrious mask maker from the east coast of the USA. Hi, Lou.
Is that me? Is that me?
That's you. Yes.
Well, how's everybody doing this week? I am actually participating in one of your builds. Oddly enough, by weird coincidence, I'm working on a Star Wars build.
Is that the Bandai kit, Lou?
It's the Bandai 144.
Good stuff.
And seeing how much trouble I can get into just slopping black paint on it and wiping it off. It goes. Of course, these Bandai kits go together like Swiss watches. They're beautifully built kits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I find
you really need to be.
The trouble with the Bandai kits I find is I don't get any build satisfaction, if you know what I mean. Because you got no gluing and you got no what's name. It's just click it all together and it's done.
Well, yeah, they're kind of like Legos, but the build satisfaction I still glue them together.
Yeah, but I just don't get the same satisfaction as I do out of a normal plastic kit.
Yeah.
You know, the alterations you need to do, the working out where you're going to put different things. Those are bad kits. Well, don't get me wrong, they're good kits, but when I made the C3PO, I just didn't get any. It was like, is that it?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But then you can spend the time on adding stuff to it. Are you going to add lights to it? Are you going to put it in a diorama? Are you going to do other things with it? But I can see if you just want a good TIE fighter that you can knock out in about 10-15 minutes and put it on a shelf, then go for it. I like them more for their figures than I do for their hardware. And
sometimes you need to build something like that, Jamie. I don't know. I'm still working on this Messerschmitt 410. I'll be glad to see the end of it because of the amount of time it's taken.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I may build something like that, a day build, a bit like what Aries did with the, build something in 24 hours just to produce something.
I agree with you. I mean, somebody brought that Revel camper van into work for their son because they just wanted it built and they couldn't build it. And it took me about 15 minutes to build it, but yeah, it was refreshing. But it was all painted. It was literally like a Lego kit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of a refreshing thing, but as in like achievement wise, it doesn't give you that fulfillment as like something like an Enterprise does or the Voyager does.
Yeah, you're doing that build, Lou, but you also, with your video, you had done the Cyclops and the Starbug this week.
Yeah, Starbug was finished this week, and the Cyclops, I am investigating various ways of making the legs hairy.
Shave your own, Lou.
Okay. You couldn't paint it with cheese and hope that it starts to go furry or something,
Yeah. I could put moss on it and let it sit outside.
Yeah. It's a nice size that as well, that figure.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like you were saying, what Jamie was saying about the Bandais, this Cyclops kit was very simple to build. It was 4 parts. It's 5 parts if you count the head as a separate part. But you put a little bit of Sculpey in the joints and you're done.
Yeah, but
it's what you add to it. It's the build was done in if you count the setup time on the epoxy, it took me all of a half hour to put it together.
Yeah, but Lou, the paint job on that was not.
But the paint job, it's that's where you get your giggles, and
so that's where the achievement comes because when you painted it. That's where the achievement is. The paint job you do on it.
Right, and you could do the same with a Bandai kit. You can repaint those,
which makes them a hell of a lot better looking. Yeah.
Yeah. But you find ways to add your plus to whatever the model. Like you don't have to drill out all the holes in a Voyager, and you could put that Voyager kit together just out of the box and have a fine model.
What are you telling me? After I've done all that bloody work on that thing, you're telling me to do it?
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you go ahead. You don't have to. But I mean, it's how much more
later, and then you're telling me I don't need to drill them all. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, anytime. But it's how much more you want to put into it.
Yeah, I quite agree.
I find anything with the word Windows in it that off-putting.
Scary. Liam, just a word of warning. I mean, if you were anybody who's modelling out there and works in a normal job, right? I'm not talking about people who can spend huge amounts of time every day on modelling, but like not everybody who works and does job. Those windows on that Voyager took me 2.5 weeks.
Oh, I know. I did one. I have one in the box that I drilled out, and I never went back to it.
Speaking of windows, I'm going to throw this up to everybody. I am deeply looking for rectangle acrylic rod that is 3/8 by 3/16. That just a 3/8 by 3/16 by however long the rod is. I cannot find those exact dimensions here in the States, and I am looking for that because those will be the size of the windows on my huge Enterprise.
Right. So you just want to just slice them?
I just want to slice them and sand them flush to the outside dimension of the hull.
What were the sizes again?
They are 3/8 by 3/16, or for those of you in the metric world, they are 9.5 millimeter by 4.76 millimeter.
Very, very exact. I think the problem may be you'll get like 4 millimeter, 5 millimeters, and so on.
Right.
Like
that's why I was going with the dimensions on the English dimensions or whatever, the 3/8 by 3/16, because those seem to be standards.
I know there's loads of people on eBay in the UK that do acrylic in either circular or rectangular format.
Yeah, I find it larger than that, but getting it down that small, it seems to get harder and harder to find.
Or
I think I want to do that rather than trying to do the old dental acrylic in the openings technique.
Well, why not get rod that's larger?
Because I don't have any good way to cut it down.
Well, not even cut it, sand it.
That's a lot of work.
If you had a pile of them, attached to something as a backing.
Yeah.
6 at a time, and then sanded.
You're right. That's the way to go. If I can't, I'll have to find something close and then work down to that. And I was kind of hoping to use that as a standard so that I can punch my holes in the hull.
Yeah.
Have use the acrylic actually to
Are they going to be clear or
rusted?
Even if you could find 10 mil square stock and cut it in half.
That's probably what I'm going to have to do, and then sand them down.
If anyone, Mark's just commented AliExpress ? I don't know if you've ever looked at any of the Far Eastern suppliers rather than eBay or.
What was that name again?
AliExpress, which is sort of like the equivalent of Amazon for the Far East.
Yeah. Have you checked all of Evergreen's inventory?
Yeah, and they've got round stock, but it's the rectangle stock.
The rectangle stock in clear. Yeah.
You may even find that some of the Chinese ones will manufacture short run stuff for you.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I thought before I did any more digging, I thought I'd throw it up there to see if anybody had a quick solution.
I'm just doing a quick search here while I chat to you just to see what comes up. But it's basically the idea of AliExpress is like a wholesale operation, but a lot of them will do short run stuff. If you just AliExpress.com.
AliExpress.
I for India.
AliExpress.
It's your dang accent, Liam.
Hey, not just me.
Well, I think you'll find we invented English before it was used over with you. So there you go.
And look what you've done to it. Look what you've done to it.
Hey, Lou, I'm with you, mate, on this, because I think the Irish accent is pull on. It's not real. Every Irish people you know sing in Irish. You don't do that. They sing in English.
Yeah.
You haven't heard me singing.
It's all a pretense.
I don't want to.
While we're on the subject of griping, Liam, can I just? I'm sorry to get on Lou, but it was something that I just wanted to put out there because I'm quite annoyed with round 2. I need to do the old Enterprise TOS kit came with the opaque and black windows, and I think if you light in the kit, they're ideal because they're bang on. It's the right color. But the new kit only comes with the clear set, and it's if they throw it out to the price, the new TOS kit is more expensive than the old TOS kit, right? So I got in touch with round 2 and I said, listen, I'd like to. It doesn't come with it. I'm willing to purchase the black and the opaque windows from you because you included them with the old kit, and you should have included them with this 50th anniversary. You didn't. Oh, it's cost. I said, well, that's not the point. All right, okay. We had this little email discussion over the cost, and I said, I'm willing to actually pay you for them. Have you got them? No, we don't do them anymore. And I think that's such a big letdown for people who are building the TOS Enterprise because they were a welcome addition for when you were lighting the TOS without having to go through all the painting and you know, sand.
I think now it's a question of people who didn't buy it off the hand don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
They're doing that in all their kits. I mean, none of the new kits with Aztec decals. They want you to buy them.
Yeah, I just think it's a con way of trying to make more money, which is a shame. Yeah, but at least you can get the decals. What I'm trying to say is they haven't got any more of the black or opaque windows around. So you can't even get a set. And the only way you can get a set now is if you buy the old kit. And I'm not going to spend £1 on another kit just to get those two.
Well, I wonder if you could put throw a Hail Mary out to people who built their kit and didn't use those.
Well, I did do that. I have put a question on the Boyd site, but nobody seemed to have come back to me. So
it seems to me there'd be a market for that kind of stuff for people who never used them and would offer them up.
Yeah, I was hoping that, but nobody's got back to me. So,
Jamie, are you not a member? No, you're not on Facebook.
No, I'm on the sci-fi modeling page.
The only thing about Facebook is there's quite a few different groups just specifically for a particular type of modeling. There's a Trek modeler site, for example, and I'm sure someone on there might have a set of those that they don't need, or on our Amazing Skill Modeler Facebook page, it's 2,500 members.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised if you put it out there, and there's loads of swap sites as well that are on.
What about John's page?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Worth trying.
Yeah,
I know nothing about Mr. Petrie's pages, so.
No, I'm about the modelling clubs. So I might just put a post on this.
I think Boyd's the sci-fi model action page. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't know what this.
No, I haven't. I just sort of putting it on there, but I might put it on the normal our web page. Join
Facebook. You can join Facebook without putting your life on it. You can just join it and just join the specific ones that relate to you. If you need any links, just ask us.
Put up the least amount of information they need to set up your account in Facebook.
And you don't even need to use your real name. You can use some silly name if you want.
What's the name of that where I might put a link and have some look?
If you join Facebook and then just do a search for Trek modeling, you'll find that there's specific pages for that. Amazing Scale Trek modeling, yeah, there's piles of them. And Trek, or if you don't get there, message me on Google Plus and I'll get you a link. Sure.
Okay, mate. Thanks.
Is that everything at the minute, Lou? Or what's the next one?
Your time, Lou.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's it for me. I'll be working on the Falcon and Cyclops this week, and probably finish up the Falcon. It's not that, like I say, it's not that tough to do.
Are you just doing a straight? You're not putting it in the diorama, and just doing a straight?
No, I'm going to see whether it's worth trying to put some lights in it. But other than that,
always worth putting lights in.
Yeah,
it's always a pain in the ass, but that's another story.
That's why they made LED strips.
Yes, I know.
And unlike Jack, I'm not going to be drilling out every single little hole for the engines.
Yep, very wise, I think, especially in the 1/4 scale. So
yeah, that piece is there. Those holes are there. I could drill them out, but nah.
Well, I'm last to talk, but before last, there's the one before last, which is Randall. Hi, Randall. How are you?
Hi, Liam. Not too bad. I'm doing my usual, getting distracted.
I disagree with your subtitle under your name.
What, the Captain Slow bit?
Captain Slow. No, you're not fast. I'm Captain Slow. I'm half your speed, but go ahead.
I just thought I'd grab that title before you did. Yeah. Well, actually, compared to somebody like Lou, I mean, it just seems to bang these kits out. About three a month at least. Whereas I've only finished 2 this year so far. But anyway, on with the show. Yeah. Last week, I was telling everybody that I had started on the Revell 32 scale Bell X1.
Right.
And I'd also told everybody that I'd managed to lose the door. And I had gone through, scratch building the hatch. Later, after that hangout, I was sitting chatting to the guys, and I just looked down the box, and I had these clothes pegs on the side of the box, and what was attached to the side of one of the clothes pegs was what the original hatch. I'd looked everywhere for this thing.
I know that face.
Everywhere but the side of the box.
Everywhere but where it was.
There, you think being orange, it would have stood out. Anyway, it was in that box.
What color carpeting do you have if you couldn't find it against that?
Anyway, I found it, and I put my minuscule scratch building skills to work, and I've added a little bit more detail to the.
Look at that!
Annoying, isn't it, Luke?
How accurate was your scratch build?
It's well, I wouldn't have the original scratch build hatch that I did would not have fitted onto the model the same way this would. But I just said the wrong one. I wouldn't have been displayed with the hatch closed anyway. It would have been just sitting on on the ground beside it or propped up against it or something like that. So as long as I had it sort of curved, I would have been happy enough. But I used some of the things I learned with it and how to go at this bit of scratch building here. So,
oh, isn't it, Liam?
That looks nice.
Amazing.
I was talking to Liam the other night while I was doing the handle, this bit here, the right is left. Here we go. There, this bit, and it was a fun piece to do. There's something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces.
What did you use to put the divots in around the perimeter?
Just a drill.
Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of twists of a drill, and that was it. I'm not sure. I can't tell from pictures whether they're supposed to be like raised rivets or indented divots. But yeah, I'm happy enough.
Are you going to display that outside? It's not going to be attached to the aircraft.
Oh no! If it was attached to the aircraft, it would disappear, never to be seen again.
Well, that's pretty standard, I thought, for detailing.
Yeah. I'd leave the hatch open because it allows you a good, access or a good view of the interior of the thing. Next up will be the instrument panel, which I'll be adding a few extra bits and pieces to.
Randall.
What's that?
A lot of detail into that.
This is actually the kit instrument panel as it comes.
It doesn't bad.
It actually looks pretty good, the kit.
Yeah. Usually when you get those sort of kits, you end up buying the aftermarket parts because the kit parts are a bit naff, but that one looks quite all right.
It's not too bad. There's quite nice detail on the dials there. It just need a bit of careful painting. But there's a couple of dials that are missing and a few extra switches that could be added here and there. And wiring also as well. They've put the backs of the instruments on the back of the thing, so they add a bit of wiring to that.
Can you see the wiring exterior of the aircraft? But
yeah, the canopy extends further or down past the instrument panel, so yeah, you would be able to see it. And then you have for the firewall, a bit of extra detailing to do.
that come with the kit?
That came with the kit, yeah. Just needs a bit of painting and
yeah, some good detail in that.
I recognize that, Randall. There, I guess that's a jerry can of some sort with the cross on the front of it.
Yep.
That bit is used on the exterior of the Starbug.
Ah, right. Excellent.
But yeah, it's a nice piece.
And is it that standard aircraft?
Apart from the base coat, I haven't actually done much on that except maybe just I used a silver pencil to highlight the
Oh, the edges.
The edges and the dials that are already there, but I think I'll just replace them altogether with photo etch dials and decals.
Uh-huh.
You also admitted something to me this week as well.
Yes.
You're
an airbrush virgin.
Yes.
I used my airbrush more like a spray gun rather than any finesse or anything like that. Essentially, it was just to just get a nice even color on the inside of the X1. Also, as well as the big X1, I found they have the Tamiya one.
Right.
Been working on as well. You can just get it all in there.
I don't think it'll ever fly.
Nope, don't think it'll ever fly. Well, it might take a short ballistic flight against the nearest hard object, but
got a hole there in the side.
Yep. So that's the X1. Oh yeah, another thing too. I was some annoying bit of software keeps popping things up in my window.
I said I would try and fix it for you. Bear with me.
That's all right. Yep. Added the scissor link to the nose wheel. Largely, I largely had to do that because I was actually trying to remove the solid molded piece and managed to break the thing altogether.
That's the little white piece that you're talking about.
Randall, have you got a dual action air gun?
Yep, I have. Yeah.
And is it the first time you've used an air gun?
Not the first time I've used an airbrush. I had one years ago, but I managed to lose a bit of it, and it sort of put me off it for a while. Yeah, it's dual action, but I just haven't learned how to control it yet.
Yeah, I mean, the easiest way I found when I started learning was just get a piece of white paper and just do lines. And then practice with your trigger. So you get fine, bigger and bigger, and then fine again, and just keep that going until you get the hang of it. That's the way I did it.
I always sing Randall's praises anyway, Jamie, because he paints everything with rattle cans, which I find incredible compared with doing it with an airbrush. I know I would make a mess of it with a rattle can. But I'm confident enough with an airbrush. Well, saying that, I've had some issues this week with this Messerschmitt, but not looking good, Randall, as always. I mean, what about the Star Wars kit? Is that sitting to one side?
It has got set aside. That's what I meant about distractions. Louis will have his Falcon built by the end of this month. I'll be lucky if I have mine built by the end of the year.
Bob just asked a very important question too, with relate to the X1. You want to ask it again, Bob, in verbal version rather than text version?
Oh, I don't know if he's going to put the broom handle for the door.
Oh yeah. The kit actually comes with the broom handle. This tiny piece of plastic with that long, and
tiny scale broom handle.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good. That's okay.
The instructions where to fit it. If we can find where the instructions.
Excellent. I assumed you would just make one anyhow, but if it's in the kit,
it would have been easy enough to make. Just one wee little bit of stretch sprue or something like that. But no, Revell were kind enough to supply me with one.
Had to be made of wood. You couldn't possibly make a broom handle out of plastic.
A bit of a toothpick.
Hey, the whole airplane's supposed to be metal, but you make it out of plastic anyway.
That's true. Okay. Oh no. All right then. Well,
my other distraction was I was in Glasgow last week and I found this going for half price.
Oh.
The Bat missile. So I'm joining in Dirk's Batman grip build, albeit belatedly.
When you say half price, how much do you mean, Liam?
Well, the retail price was.
Stop calling him Liam.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. we may sound alike, but we don't look alike.
Sorry, Randall.
My name's underneath, there it is.
Good boy, Randall.
That's all right, Jack.
That's okay.
Yeah, half price. Retail it was £26. I got it for 13.
Good bargain. Good bargain.
So yeah, I've been examining it and
checking all the parts. Yes.
checking all the parts just over there.
I had a conversation with Rantley the other night about someone. There's a group build started now. As Bob knows, a group build of a Typhoon. A group build started, and Martin Lamont opened his kit, having had it for a while, and found out that he had 2 sets of right wing. He had no left wing for the kit. So it's definitely worth checking all your kits when you get them. Just open them, check all the parts are there.
Yep.
And I didn't know the Batmobile Bat missile had a shovel with it.
That's the canopy.
Oh, no.
Does look a bit like a shovel, and as it says here, a lot of tires.
Oh yeah.
For a four-wheeled vehicle, but yeah.
They're dualies.
It comes with a backdrop.
Card backdrop that you get for it. Instructions or destructions.
Yeah.
And a bit of household bleach to get rid of the chrome.
Love the smell.
Oh yeah. So thankfully I couldn't put a lid on this and leave it overnight. And it actually does the job if I just hang on a second. Share.
Is that just normal household bleach you use there, Randall?
Yep.
Good old
just Tesco's thick bleach.
Yeah.
Mostly de-chromed. There was a couple of bits like the intake shock cone here, and a couple of bits on the rims of the wheels that were a bit stubborn, but
an old toothbrush, just probably
a little bit of sanding and polishing soon fixed it. And then a better metallic look for the exhaust.
Yeah, I don't know why they seem to chrome everything, don't they?
That, and well, I've also added a bit more weathering to the.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot more realistic, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit more burnt looking. So.
Yeah.
Are you using anything specific to do that, or?
The base color was Humbrol
buffable
polished steel. It's buffable paint. Spray it on, wait for about half a minute, and then start buffing it, and it comes up pretty decent metallic shade. And then the burnt paint was strangely enough burnt iron by Hobby Color.
Hobby Color.
Just dry brushed on.
Yeah.
I'll say you didn't airbrush that on.
Yeah.
No.
No, I didn't airbrush that one on. No, just good old fashioned hairy stick and dry brushed it. And then buffed that later as well. And then a while back, a modeler who had passed away had left a lot of his stash with the Ulster Aviation Society that I'm with. I was given one of the Spitfires to finish. This is as far as the chap had got. So I've been given the job of finishing this one as one of the Spitfires that were based here.
Is that a Mark 21 or something, or
F-22.
22. Well, nearly right.
Yeah. So.
He's doing a good job on it, Liam.
Sorry?
I say he's doing a good job on it.
Mm-hmm.
Has he got the extras for the cockpit there for that one?
No, the cockpit was just built straight out of the box, but pretty decent paint job. on the inside of it, so it's kind of hard to see because.
I can, yeah.
What are you going to do with it when you finished it, Randall?
That'll be returned to the museum, and it'll be
displayed in there, is it?
Stays there.
Yeah. Good idea.
Nice one. Is that you for the moment then?
That's me. Yeah, that's my show and tell for today.
Well, I've been doing a bit more than I've been for the last few weeks, trying to get this ME410 finished. I'll switch to another camera. Let's see, I'll open this one. I don't know. I had issues with paint, but I'm sort of getting there now. You can see the decals. If they will focus, go away, background. Stop. Why does this always do this on me? I'm getting a background, but not anything else. Hold on. I'll try this. Put another box behind it. Yep. You know, so the decals and so on have all been settling in quite well. You can see some of the deep showing through.
Randall,
focus again. Hold on, man. He's calling me names again. Hold on.
You called.
I know. So I had a disaster with the main gun here at the front. I snapped it off, so I had to end up ordering a replacement in resin, which is about here somewhere. So this is the resin replacement that came. Yeah. So I have to fit that now into this. And what I think we'll do is I'm going to leave it open as if it's on the ground for servicing. This 1/48 scale, so you can sort of see the decal work and so on. There's a lot of decals in this thing. I'll switch it around and try and show the other side because it's not focusing at all.
Liam, couldn't you just use, it looks the same thickness as a bit of sprue. Couldn't you just use a bit of sprue? For? That piece that was missing?
No, because, well, a couple of problems. It tapers.
Right, okay.
Okay, I could have sat and started to do all of the tapering on it, or if the thing like, wait, doesn't it focus? There, okay. And then the front of the thing has, usually this works. Why is it not working today? It is. So the front of the thing has a series of holes as well, Jamie, where the muzzle of it. So I mean, I'm getting there with this, and I'm happy with how it's going. There's a lot of detail in the cockpit, but at the minute the cockpit's all taped up for masking. I had one other issue, which was, I don't know if this skin's going to show up. It's not going to show up. Nope. That white band, I had painted the white band on based on the instructions, but it was too small. So I ended up using the decals from the kit, but the decal is slightly not as white. It's not going to show. So, and there we go. Maybe can you see now the problem?
Oh yeah, the dark color underneath is bleeding.
Yeah, the white paint showing through the decal, but it's I'm happy enough with the way it is. So what's going to happen is the one engine's covered, the other engine will be open. The engine itself is going to be sitting as if it's in for servicing or whatever, and underneath the bottom piece with a gun is going to be left off as well. I'm going to put it on a stand, a diorama. The cutoff date for this is the 12th of July, which happens to be someone else's birthday here as well. But I won't get it finished in time. But I'm just going to keep at it until I'm happy with it and finish it off. She's obviously glossed at the minute. Eventually, it'll have a matte put on top of it. Sorry, not another gloss coat on top of the decals. Then all the weathering will be done, and then a matte coat to finish her off eventually. But I'm happy with it, and I've learned an awful lot about photo etch and things like that when building that kit. The next thing, which is also the same grip, we're doing a Typhoon build, but I'm not going anything big this time. I'm sticking with a 1/72 scale. But this is one of the new Airfix kits, which has a lot more detail than the old style Airfix kits. Still in the wrapper, but the design sort of is such that there's a lot more information. Mm-hmm. You can even open up the wings if you want on a 1/72 scale, which I'm not planning to do. But it's again,
you know you want to.
No. I'm staying away from photo etch for the next 6 months at least. I've had enough of it. And the annoying thing is, there's I mean, the kit that kit came with a lot of photo etch pieces, but a lot of them aren't even used in the build. They're just left over, which is strange. But such
Are they
is life.
other marks of the same aircraft?
Well, it's things like I'm only doing one engine, so there's only one engine that I need a set for. The engine mounts, which are here on that paint stand there, I can't get those to fit properly into the engine space, which is something else I'm going to have to try and sort out. But I want to get back to the 2 other builds that I'm supposed to be doing is the Star Wars build, which is going to be that AT-AT that I bought, and I have to finish off the Enterprise, which I'm building for someone. So I've got to go back to that again, and I know there's going to be a lot more sanding involved with that. It's the same one I think, Jamie, you got in your twin kit, the Revell one, which.
Oh right, yeah.
That's
ridiculous. Those a lot of work in them.
That if someone was doing it again, what I tried to do, I tried to fill them and paint it and then sand that. I think if I was doing it again, I have another one of my own to do. If I was doing it again, I wouldn't bother with filling.
Yeah, when I first did the TOS one, I filled all those rid lines in because they're way out of scale.
Yeah, but it's just insane. And why Revell did it, I don't know if it's because they had a 3D design or something that they.
I don't know, but it looks pretty aesthetic on it, to be honest.
But so that's me sorted for probably the next 3 or 4 months minimum. But I know there's been a few people have been doing the Star Wars builds on the Facebook community, but perhaps not as many as I thought there would be. But I think maybe perhaps people are holding off for a while. But we're now up to what's this, July the 8th, and that Star Wars build runs to December 15th. So there's still lots and lots of time, and it doesn't have to be anything. Okay. It's not supposed to be out of the box. You're supposed to do something with it, add a light or a diorama or some kind of scratch build on it. That's the sort of the only rule as such. So that's why you have to light it, Lou. You have to put lights in that one. You can't not be acceptable otherwise.
Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone else has plans to join in. You not tempted, Jamie, to join in the Star Wars build? Or is that a bad word?
No, I do Star Wars stuff, but it's kind of like I don't have the time at the moment with work and stuff. I work nights, don't I? So it's kind of like with what I'm building at the moment, and I want to get back to doing the TOS. So it's kind of like I'm more preoccupied in getting that one done.
Yeah, I understand. And I mean, it's like that group build with that Messerschmitt. I was hoping. It's been going for. Was it 3 months, Bob, or was it 6? It wasn't 6 months. That one was 3 months, I think. And I still haven't had time to finish it, so it's just infuriating. And I had some issues, and then having to order the resin replacement and things like that puts a delay on it. But the Jack's watching.
Isn't this a relaxing hobby?
I know, but no. Well, I agree, Lou. It can be really stressful sometimes. You get, you get a success, and you're over the moon. You love it, and really, really pleased with it. And then you get an issue. I mean, I had one issue on this, which again, I know it's there, and I probably shouldn't show you this, but I'll put it in this camera. I had a small paint run here, which I could have started to sand it off and do everything else, but I just thought, nah, it actually looks worse on the camera than it is in real life. But I just decided, no, I'm going to stick with it. Happy with what I've done so far. Try and get the thing finished. And get it on a diorama. I mean, I still have to do the undercarriage hasn't been touched at all. There's photo etch in all of these. Don't show up. All of these engine grills all have photo etch. The cockpit's full of photo etch. The front of the engines has photo etch in here. Over the way, and here it's photo etch inside and so on too. It's a lovely kit, and it's a lovely sort of set of extras for it, but I just don't want to go down that road again of spending so much time on an aircraft. It should really take a month to do, but such is life. I've learned an awful lot in the process. Jack says Jamie has no time to build Jamie has no time to build a Star Wars build. If you stay single, Jamie, you will never have time. There you go. So.
Yeah. I saw your post, Jack, just to let you know. Us English people mow our own lawns.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't. I have a man who comes round.
Yeah, but you're not English, are you, Liam?
I do. I'm not English.
And you have somebody too, do you, Randall?
Oh no, Randall does it himself. He posts up pictures now and again of the state it's in. I would buy a load of concrete. That would be my solution. But
I don't call it a lawn. I just call it a moss patch with occasional grassy bits.
Exactly. No.
The thing I love about the Americans, though, is, you know, people in European countries, they get a mower and they get a fly mower, they go like this. And the Americans tend to, I know he'd come in, I knew he was going to come in. But the Americans tend to have these big whopping sit-on things, don't they? Like Hell's Angels bikes, and they mow the lawns.
If they have a big enough lawn.
Well, yeah, but most Americans have, haven't they? They got swimming pools in there.
Nah. That's a misconception from watching too many Hollywood movies, I think.
I'll tell you, I'm at that magical age between pushing a mower and just breaking down and buying a riding mower.
Jack says he's got a 90 by 90 foot hillside.
Well,
I think invest.
To see why you don't want to do it.
Invest in some sheep, Jack. That's the solution for a hillside. There you go.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the scheduled time. It says it run to 2:30. Anyone have anything else they want to add in today before we go? Or any suggestions for the next hangout in 2 weeks' time?
Liam.
Yes, Wayne.
You said something about that weathering magazine. I just found an app for it.
The weathering.
I can buy the weathering magazines.
Have a look. You'll find. I mean, based on what I've read, that's it.
I found there's a web app for it.
Yeah, it's superb. I have some of the earlier issues, Wayne. If you want them, it's not a problem. But talk outside of the hangout, and we'll start something out.
Yeah, I've got a few. I got the What If 1945 stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the weathering is superb. I mean, it's been going now. I think it's up to issue 20, and it's just excellent for. Although again, it takes it to extremes, but that's what the magazine's all about. It's AK Interactive produce it.
Yeah.
I think if we finish up now, because I have to be elsewhere or I'll get divorced and then I can't do any more hangouts in the future.
Oh no, you'll have time to do all the hangouts.
No, I won't, because I'll have nowhere to live, Louis. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Thank Jack for joining us on the live chat, and Mark Dunmore and Phil and Dave, both of who had difficulty today joining us, unfortunately. Thanks to Aries for calling in today. Nice to see you. Thanks to Bob. Thanks, James. Thanks, Jamie.
Welcome.
Thanks, Lou, for popping in. Thanks, Randall. And least but not last, thanks to Wayne for popping in. See you all again.
What about Heath?
He's not here anymore.
No, thank you.
Well, sorry, Heath popped out then for some reason. I don't know what happened.
Thank you for not being here, Heath.
Oh, that's not low. That's not okay. But seriously, guys, thanks everybody for being here today. Same thing, 2 weeks' time again on the 22nd, same sort of time, and certainly hope to see new faces. As always, everyone's welcome if we can fit you in. 10 spaces. Today we had 10 taken for quite some time, so it's good to see that amount of people attending. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend and chat soon.
All right.
Bye.